I haven't really done a sit down and talk type of video with you guys in some time, and it's been about a week since the release of the 301 AP finale, so I thought that this would be an appropriate time to make one of these type of videos. And I've had a few DMs and a few comments asking about what I'm going to be doing now that I've achieved the 301 AP goal. And for those who aren't aware, this has been a 12 or 13 episode series that I've been working on for the past 6 to 7 months, and I finally achieved it. And with the closing of that series, like I mentioned at the end of that finale video, I discussed on how just because that chapter is done, that doesn't mean that the book is finished. And a lot of you who have been in my streams for the past week or two already know what the next journey will be. But for anyone that hasn't been able to stop by any of my streams, this will be the big news. But basically, the next thing that I would like to achieve in this game is the Rich Merchant Ring. And I know that might sound like a very daunting task and journey ahead, but it's something that I've seen some of my friends and some alliance members and just other creators do. And it seems like one of those things that it's almost impossible, but I know it is possible because people have it. And I know that there's only, I think, I could be very wrong, so if I'm wrong, please let me know in the comments. There's less than 150 players on NAEU that have it. And it's not one of those things where I want to be one of the select people that have it. It's more so that it's just such a rare item that it gives me a goal to chase after, And alongside that goal, running parallel, I'm still going to be upgrading my gear. I'm still going to be going for the Pen Voltara belt, which I'm currently at 23 fails on. And knowing for players that know about the Rich Merchant Ring, there's 5 different pieces located at Paddock's Island, Sakraya, the upper version. Or, I mean, technically it's in lower and upper, but the upper version is just a lot easier to get. Ash Forest, Crypt of Resting Thought, and Olun's Valley. Now, there isn't a correct order or whatever to go about this ring, but I'm going to be starting at Paddock's because I know that they did recently change it about a year ago or so to where it is no longer a duo grind spot. It is now instead a solo spot where they increased the spawn rate on the mobs and then they also decreased the health on them, so it just makes it a bit easier to grind for a solo player. So there's not really a reason why I picked it. It's more so just I have never grinded Paddock's Island before and I really wanted to try it out. And so far I have about 5 billion trash worth of silver. I think I've done 15 or 16 hours. I'll put a screenshot on the screen. But basically what I want to do is, while I'm grinding here, assuming that it takes me 100 or so hours to get this ring piece, I'm going to be using the silver that I gather here from the trash loot to fund towards my Pen Voltara clicking. And I know a lot of you have been like, oh, Azure, you could have just bought it by this point. You could have already purchased 2 or 3 of them. I understand that, but again, I am a player that wants to have my name engraved on all pieces of my gear at the end of my journey. And for me, getting that Pen Voltara belt with my name on it just means a lot more than having someone else's name on it. It's one thing to be able to grind up 80 billion silver and then just buy it, but in my opinion, it's worth more to me to enhance it myself and have that adrenaline rush of seeing the tech go to pen and having my name on it. And that doesn't mean that if you are a player who purchases your upgrades, that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing at all. It's just how I want to play the game. Again, you're able to play the game however you want, and this is just how I want to play it. But yeah, I basically just wanted to talk about my future endeavors, and with now knowing the Rich Merchant Ring is on my horizon, I again am still going to be going for the Pen Voltara belt. And once I start going for the Ash Forest piece, I'm going to be collecting some Deboreka necklaces, and during that time I'm going to be allocating all my silver towards outfits on the marketplace, because I do eventually want to get a Pen Deboreka necklace as well, along with during this entire journey, however long it takes me to gather all 5 of these pieces, knowing that Omens drops a lot of Kafirs an hour, I'm going to be using all those Kafirs to fund into my gear. So I'll be able to get my gloves to C10 for the new region that's going to be coming out soon. I'll be able to put them all into my Kudum. I'll be able to put them into my boots. And hopefully while I'm going for that, I'll also be able to get my Libresca helmet and my Fallen God armor to try. And so that'll be raising my DP. I'll also be raising my AP. And it's just something that, I don't know, I'm tired of the same old like logging on and then it's like, oh, am I gonna go to Orcs today? Am I gonna go to like Hex? Am I gonna start trying out Quint? Like, it's one of those things where I understand that the Elvia spots are one of the best spots in the game, where it's like, oh, Underground Gyfin is an option, but those places are just so saturated and it almost becomes boring to a point. And I know that a lot of players are tired of that repetitive grind location, but for me, whenever I'm able to repetitively grind at a certain location that has that 0.005 or whatever percentage chance it is to have that rare item to drop, for example the ring pieces, it makes me want to grind there. It makes me want to basically sit there in circles and kill the monsters over and over again. And I think that's what is going to keep me involved in this game and keep me motivated to grind and push my gear even further, because with now sitting at 301 AP, I'm able to do a lot in this game, and I don't want to just go sit at Hex for however many hours just grinding up silver for enhancing. I want to be able to grind somewhere where I can get that silver to enhance my gear, but meanwhile also work for another alternative, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be able to do 2 objectives at the same time, and I think having the Rich Merchant ring would just be something that satisfies not only me, but you guys as well, because I'm able to make so much content out of it. It's one of those things where I don't think that the next series will be titled like Road to whatever. It might be like Road to Rich Merchant ring, I don't know, but I don't know, it's just one of those things where I really want to see what I can do. I want to see if I'm actually able to dedicate the time to grind it, and it's going to be a challenge, and I think that's something that I like to do, you know? I like to challenge myself. I like to push myself into a direction where it's not just the easiest route, because at the end of the day, that's just boring to me. I want to be able to challenge myself and give myself a direction of aspiration, and like, I want to achieve something. I want to create this content for you guys. And yeah, I know some of you guys have already shared your thoughts and opinions, and you guys are like, oh, you're at Paddocks, like, good luck, like, I got my piece in X amount of time. And I do appreciate all the support and the feedback that you guys are giving me, and so far I haven't heard anything negative about this. So I am really down to hear some conversations if you guys have any in the conversations below. But I just wanted to make this little video to touch base with you guys and let you guys know where my head is at and where the direction that I'm going to be heading into. But yeah, that's basically going to be it. If you guys have any questions about anything, feel free to leave a comment down below. If you guys want to join my Discord server, you can also type in there. If you guys want to like DM me on Discord or something, feel free to. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support on the 301 AP finale video. In my opinion, it's like one of my best videos that I've ever uploaded. And seeing all the comments that you guys have left, it means a lot. Reading all the kind things that you guys have said really does mean a lot. It touches my heart deeply, and I can't appreciate it, or I don't know. It's like I'm in awe. But also thank you guys so much for 3,000 subscribers. I didn't publicly announce anything about it, but I'll do that here at the end of the video. But if you guys are new and you guys have made it all the way to the end of the video, please consider subscribing. It's free to do, and you are more than welcome to change your mind in the future, and leave a like on the video, because that helps me out. So yeah, I will see you guys in next week's video, and until then, take care.